Yeah, welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, Zacchaeus in the Fifth General. What's going on, Zacchaeus?
Oh, good to be here, man.
Yeah. So we're going to get into something today. As people see, if they're watching on YouTube, the title is called Black Men Cry. We're going to address a mental health issue that gets ignored with men's mental health, tying it to Tyrese's recent interview on the Breakfast Club on Power 105. And so we're going to get to that in a second. But before that, there's some things we want to get into before we get there. So I came across this video, Zacchaeus, and it's going to lead to the other thing I want to talk about before we get to Tyrese. But it's the mentality and the mind state, man. Mind state and mentality is just, they have a lot to do with the positions that we put ourselves in life. Whether it be in relationships, whether it be business, everyday life, there's always something. There's a cause and an effect. You know what I'm saying? It's like when a doctor needs to diagnose something, he has to know the symptoms.
Yes, he does. Yes.
And then he needs to know how long you've had the symptoms, which is a history.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people have a mentality, but the mentality came from something.
It came from something, an experience.
Exactly. Yes. Or the experience of others, Yes. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Right. Some people live vicariously through people, and then that traumatizes them. So, hey, unfortunate, but we'll get into it. So I want to play this here.
Mm-hmm.
Peep this, man. This is some garbage.
You ladies go 50-50 with a man.
No. And here's why. Talking about bills is where my mind goes with it. Mm-hmm. And 50-50 is not women. It's for men. She's cooking. Right. She's cleaning. She's taking out the kids. 50-50.
Mm-hmm. I definitely don't want to go 50-50, but I understand that there's always waves and ups and downs in a relationship. What is the benefit of really going 50-50? So we live together, like you want to have the gender roles. I just don't think I need to work like if I'm going 50-50.
Let me be extremely clear. Relationships are already 50-50, baby. That means I'm already bringing 50% of whatever to the table. If you want me to pay bills, that's 80-20 and you're doing 20% now. Ooh. That's never going to fucking happen. So if we talk about bills, I will never go 50-50 with no man. That's for roommates. You want to be a roommate? I'm going to fuck on you, period.
So if the light bill is $100.50, you want me to give you $50.25?
My stomach hurt hearing that shit.
Like the 50-50 is like, at the most I could see like 80-20.
And we ain't talking about no struggling man. So let's be clear, baby. If you're struggling, this message is not for you.
Zacchaeus, did you get that?
Yeah. 50-50. I go 50-50. There's no more helpmate. He got to bring the whole bag to the table. That's what I get from it. There's no more like 50-50.
Do you want to give your opinion? Or
I do.
Do you want to give your opinion, or do you need me to play the video again?
I'm gonna jump on to give my opinion on it. Cause she said 50-50. Cause she said 50-50, and I know what 50-50 means. I can break down 50-50.
Yeah, we're talking about money.
Talking about money. Yeah. Now 50-50, meaning that she brings her half, he brings her half. Man brings her half, woman brings her half. And they mesh it together. Now, this is why there's so much disarray in relationships. Because when people, they don't follow the word of God. They don't do that. We know that, Fifth. We know they do their own thing. You know that, right? Yeah. So, and the Bible particularly talks about a helpmate, right? Where if I need you to come bring your half to the table, and you bring your half to the table, doesn't the Bible say that we're just one? If you're married, I guess I'm talking about the married contents. But this is where, but it don't have to. But when you meet somebody, you'll know that this person wants to work with you. This person wants to not only just look at your pockets and just concentrate on just money. You bring your 50, I'm bringing your 50. Why can't we just work together? But I digress because women say and men say, I don't want to struggle with nobody. I understand that. I get it. So these women are quarreling. They're a little bit talking about the 50-50, meaning that, shoot, if I have to bring 50, I don't need to work. I think that's what one of the young ladies said.
we're gonna go back to it because I'm gonna do a breakdown.
Okay.
I still want you to talk, but I feel like if I play and pause, it's gonna help me ask you questions. So let's do this again.
Will you ladies go 50-50 with a man?
No. And here's why. Talking about bills is where my mind goes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And 50-50 is not for women. It's for men.
Help make sense of that for me. What does she mean by that? What does she mean by 50-50 is for men, not for women?
Meaning that he has to bring everything. Like he could, because in other words, because he's the man, he's supposed to provide, which is true. He's supposed to provide. He's supposed to lay that down, cover that, and provide. Now, she's saying that doesn't mean, but I'm coming from a biblical point, saying that you don't have to, you can help out too. You can bring your if you're working, because listen, Fifth, am I right when I say this? Isn't some women making a lot of money just like men, or more, or even more?
Well, here's the thing. When there's a stat that shows that men and women in the particularly in the Black community, the average between each other, the only difference is that on average, men are only ahead $5,000 to $8,000 a year between men and women.
So according to the statistics, men still make more.
We still make more in mass, but it's only a $5,000 to $8,000 difference. So women are very close.
Yeah. These days, yeah.
Well, between Black men and Black women.
Yeah, and I don't feel it should be like she's saying that I don't think I should bring 50. She don't believe in 50. That should leave it to the man. But
I don't want to miss this, Zacchaeus. I don't want to miss this.
Mm-hmm.
He said 50-50 is not for women, it's for men.
Only for men, yeah.
Could she be saying that the reason why is she saying that it's for men in the sense that it only benefits men? Is that her way of saying men are asking for 50-50 because ladies, we're not the ones who need help, it's them? Could she be implying that too?
I don't even, you know what? I think when it comes to like finances, I think she means that when it comes to money foundation, I think the man's supposed to bring everything. I think that's what she means, that she's supposed to lay back. I think that's if I would answer that question. Do you mean that you don't bring anything to the table, just who you are, but he's supposed to lay the foundation as far as finances and money? Because she said she don't need to bring the bag to the table. So she don't need to bring the money to the table. That's what you're saying. No, she don't want to go 50-50. It's not for her.
I'll play more.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She's cooking, she's cleaning, she's taking after the kids. How is that 50-50?
Mm-hmm. I definitely.
Let me stop right there.
Okay. Okay.
She sadly misguided because married couples share those duties.
Yes. In real
life.
Absolutely.
The average marriage couple shares the duties of cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the children. I don't know what she's talking about. Go ahead, Zacchaeus, speak to that.
Yeah, because the thing is that the Bible talks about a helpmate, right? Am I right? It talks about the helpmate. And when you're taking care of household duties, I know for my household, I take out the trash, I cook, wife does the same thing too. We both do it. It's not just a one-sided thing.
Exactly.
So the Bible talks about a helpmate. Even when you see it when you're even starting to date somebody. Yeah. You see it subtly and little when you start to date somebody, you see that.
That's true.
You see certain signs you see.
You'll see
But
that ability.
You see that ability that, listen, she's gonna come over and she can cook for you sometimes, or you don't have to go out today, honey, I'll cook for you, or vice versa, or let me help you clean, you're cleaning up your crib, or let me come over and help you clean up. It's subtle things like that that make somebody that's their gem, that makes somebody worthwhile to say, listen, we don't believe in just one-sided energy. We believe in coming together and working together as a unit. It's not just, I'm not bringing my, because if I'm going to do cooking, cleaning, this and that, she sounds like you just depending on him to financially just depending on him. But according to statistics, women, like you said before, women are they're working and they're making just as much money, closer to men.
Yeah, making just as much. Yeah.
Yeah, just as much. So these days, we're both coming together and helping out each other. It's not just one-sided. So I disagree with her with that.
Okay, yeah. I'll play more.
Mm-hmm.
I'll play more.
I don't want to go 50-50, but I understand that there's always waves and ups and downs in a relationship. Yeah. What is the benefit of really going 50-50? So we live together, like you want to have the gender roles. I just don't think I need to work, like, if I'm going 50-50. Let me.
Okay, that didn't make any sense. So the whole point of 50, the whole point of you going 50-50 is equal contribution.
Yes, that's
so
that's 50-50.
What she's saying is, don't talk to me about going 50-50 because I don't even want to work a job. I don't want to have to help with anything. That's basically what she's saying.
Yes,
because then she said gender roles. What she's trying to say is because you're 50-50 now, the gender roles do not apply. But you just said if you feel that you are being asked to go 50-50, then you shouldn't have to work. My question is, lady, don't you work now?
Yeah.
Checkmate.
Okay, so why does it now have to change when you get married? Unless the husband said to you, hey, I make a 2-person income, because that's the only way you can retire a woman.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Hey, I make a 2-person income. Don't worry, baby, you ain't got to work. But check this out. Here's what you're not going to do. You're not gonna not have a job, and then now you're gonna not really be the helpmate, at least at home, that I would at least want you to be since I took you out the workforce. Like, you mean to tell me when I come home from work, working hard, right? Because you said you didn't want to work no more. I come home from work and the house is a pigsty and I done did a double, or maybe not a double, but I came home at a certain time of night from working just to make sure that both of us are good and so that you don't have to go 50-50. You mean to tell me that you're not even going to at least cook? I mean, what exactly are you going to be doing if you're not working, if you're at home? Sleeping all day? Adults don't have that luxury. That's the luxury of a child because children don't have to pay bills.
Right,
okay?
Right.
Checkmate.
Right. And if you plan not to work, you gotta come. You got the house and wherever you're living, it's got to be spick and span with food cooked. If you're not gonna work, that's all I'm saying. If you're not gonna work, if you're not gonna cook, if you're not gonna contribute financially, everything should be taken care of at home. As far as taking care of the household, how it looks, taking care of food, household. So when I do come home, everything, I get a hot meal and the house is spick and span. I ain't got to worry about cleaning because remember, I'm bringing home, because remember, you don't believe in 50-50. You believe in allowing me to bring home the bacon. Remember, you said that. So now everything's supposed to be spick and span. Everything's supposed to be nice, food, cook and everything. And that's part of your contribution to the relationship. All right.
Oh, and fellas, this is a very rare occasion. But if you're the one who's at home and she's working, you cook and you help out and you do what you got to do at that house.
That's right.
If you're gonna be staying home.
Exactly.
Okay. So I know, ladies, that might have triggered you, but I just put it on. I put it on the man too. If the man's gonna be home, he got to do something. He can't just sleep all day and play video games. Go ahead, Zacchaeus.
You gotta cook as a man. You gotta cook. You gotta clean. You gotta make sure the house is tidy. If you're gonna stay home, listen. I have to say this. I'm West Indian. I was not raised that way. I was raised that all men go out and work. I was not raised that way. I come from that kind of background. I was not raised that way. Fifth, you was not raised that way either.
No, I was not. Okay. Sure wasn't.
We come from that background where men, we
come from an old school teaching. Yeah.
Exactly. We go out and we hold it down. We go out and work. But
this is how I was raised. And you was raised the same way.
Yeah.
When the going gets tough, I'll be the one to go out there. You ain't got, okay. Let me be the one to withstand all of that, and me go extra hard. That's what I'm saying? Right. I want to make things easier for my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, if times get so rough and she got one job and I have to get two, okay, I'll get the second job. Don't worry about it. But the point I'm making is this. The thing is, even the person who doesn't work, there's still at least an at-home work situation, at least to maintain a nice. Here's the thing, I don't want to be with somebody who doesn't want the house to be clean. I mean, do you want roaches? I mean, this is what I'm trying to figure out, right? Single women. This is my question to single women. Okay, you're paying 100% of your bills now, right? You're cooking and cleaning now, right? So wouldn't you cook and clean the house that you come into with your man? Don't you want that to be a peaceful home? And secondly, you know what else is also the benefit to going 50-50 financially, lady on the show? Do you know that you could save more money paying 50% as opposed to paying 100%? If you're doing the math, lady, don't you understand that you would be saving 50% of your income? That sounds like a benefit to me.
Yeah.
Or you could just, pay 100% that you're paying now and then pray that you got money left over to go to Disneyland. I mean, hey, the choice is yours.
Yeah, sure.
I'll play some more. I mean, because she did ask what the benefit was, and that sounds like a benefit to me. 100% of everything you've been doing that's been taking most of your time, and then the man comes in and says, "That stuff that you're going through, let me take on half of that to lessen the stress." Yeah, that sounds like a teammate to me.
Yeah, yes, and that's what you need on your side, a teammate.
I mean, how tough would it have been back in the days of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen if Michael didn't have Scottie Pippen? The last time I checked, Michael Jordan had 0 rings before Pippen got there.
Did you hear what I said?
So that sounds like a benefit to me. It benefits you in sports. It benefits you in business, right? So yes, it would benefit you in a relationship, lady. But I digress.
Be extremely clear. Relationships are already 50-50, baby. That means I'm already bringing 50% of whatever to the table. If you want me to pay bills, that's 80-20, and you're doing 20% now.
Ooh. Her math is off. That doesn't make any sense. Lady, 20? You said she said relationships are already 50-50. So if I come in helping with the bills, then that means I'm doing 80 and the man is doing 20. What? How?
80 and that don't match up. But anyway,
her contribution is in the 50. So how are you doing 80 when you're paying? No. I'm play more because that mathematically didn't make any sense.
That's never gonna fucking happen. So if we talk about bills, I will never go 50-50 with no man. That's for roommates. You want?
She said that's for roommates. Okay.
Be a roommate? I'm a fuck on you. Period.
So if the
And then she was vulgar at the end.
light bill is $100.50, you want me to give you $50.25?
My stomach hurt hearing that shit.
Like,
Why does her stomach hurt hearing that? She said if the light bill is $105, then you want me to give you $50? Ma'am. You're paying $105 by yourself. I don't understand this. And this is the one that said she didn't want to work. She said my stomach hurts.
Stomach hurts.
And the last time I checked, or the first time I checked, doesn't your stomach hurt more when you got to pay all of that by yourself?
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
It does hurt. Yeah. All of that by yourself. So I don't understand the taboo of not going 50-50. It works. It works. The relationship, it works. And the relationship works because it's showing that you're not just lovers. You're helpmate. That's your helpmate. That's your partner in crime. That's your helpmate. You know, it's not, I ain't going no 50-50 with him. Oh no, I ain't going no 50-50 with him. Oh no. He take on all the burdens. But you see, and like what you said is right. Without going 50-50, if you take out 50-50 out of the equation, then what you have a whole lot of burdens on your shoulders, lady. Whole lot of burdens on your shoulders.
You know, I find it. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
You know, I find it absolutely disgusting that women like this will go 50-50 with their friend, but won't go 50-50 with their husband.
I beg your pardon.
Facts.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
I would think the husband is more important, right?
Yeah. Definitely more important. You live with him. You married. Yeah, you married him.
Zacchaeus,
dating him.
You know what? Hold on. Let me play more and then I'm going to be done with this. I'm going to ask a question in a second.
Mm-hmm.
The 50-50 is like, you know, at the most, I could see like 80-20.
And we ain't talking about no struggling man. So let's be clear, baby. If you're struggling, this message is not for you.
Okay. Enough of that.
Yeah. If you're struggling.
She said, now the lady at the end said that she would contribute, but she said she would go 80-20. Mathematically, 20% is a tip at a restaurant. Okay, that's something. I ain't mad at that. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at 80-20.
Mm-hmm.
But we can go 80-20, but if you are a wise woman, then if there's a situation where your man during that 80-20 needs a 50% at a particular time, you need to be able to provide that.
But it makes sense. Makes sense.
So we'll go 80-20 or 90-10. But I'm hoping that you are the helpmate that if something happens where I don't have it, you come in. Because
that's right.
Let me tell you something, Zacchaeus. You have situations, and I've said this before in a former episode. You know, I think it really hurts a man. And I can understand why some men feel that they don't want to get married because they are seeing situations where they have gotten with a woman. I'm sorry, they married a woman, right? And they've paid 100%, and they still get pushback.
Mm.
And then they've seen some men go 50-50 and then get cooperation.
Mm.
Or, we'll stick with that. So the man who goes 100% says, wow, you got to be kidding me. I'm doing what it is that I'm supposed to do. And I can't even get peace in my own house. But this man is going 50-50 with his wife and he gets peace in his own house. What's the point of me going 100% now? That can discourage a man from doing it because he's seeing that what he's doing should work, not work for him and his lady, but he's seeing somebody else make it work Because at the end of the day, it boils down to what the two discuss before they get married. This needs to be discussed before you get married.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
This should be in the dating stage. When you're in the dating stage, you should ask a lady, hey, you know, how do you, when it comes to bill paying, what is your philosophy? What is your ideal? What kind of man what kind of husband do you expect me to be when it comes to bill paying? So that I can figure out what kind of wife you're going to be. You know what I'm saying? I think mature people can answer the question and say, like these ladies did. They were so passionate about not going 50-50. So if you are interested in a woman and she says to you, oh, I'm not going 50-50 in a marriage. Okay, then if you are a man that needs the 50-50, then you don't do that one. You cast her by the wayside. If you get with a woman who says, hey, if that's what it takes for us to grow, then I don't mind going 50-50.
Yeah.
And that may have been a hypothetical question. Not that he's asking for 50-50, but what he's saying is, what if I don't have 100%? God forbid I lose my job. What are we going to do?
Those type of women, I'm going to tell you the truth. The women that say, I don't want to go 50-50, those type of people, it's like this. When the going gets tough, they get going.
Huh.
And yeah. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you are dating, certain things that you see that us men see and certain things that we ignore. Certain things that we ignore. If a woman is you're going 100%, and she's not even coming a morsel. You're giving 100%, meaning that you're covering everything to, and she even wants you to pay her rent. Okay? Covering everything. You're dating her, but yet you're always, you're seeking after her. You're running after her. You're dating her, but yet you're spending money on your gas to drive out to see her, right? And maybe she lives miles away, or maybe she lives, from some guys, she lives maybe an hour away, maybe 2 hours away, you never know. And but when you get there, you're always spending close to $300 just to take her out on a date. And this has been going on for months.
That's a lot.
This has been going on for months. Spending, you got your own bills to pay, but yet you're spending. And not even once she digged in her pockets and said, hey, don't spend. Let's just take it easy tonight. Let's not go out. Let's just watch Netflix tonight, or let's just take it easy. Let's just, you know what? Let me drive out to you. Let me come see you. She ain't doing none of that. And she's not doing none of that. Not even meeting you halfway, or making an effort to make your pockets a little easy, or understanding that, listen, she knows you got your own bills to pay. She got her bills to pay too, but she knows that it's tough. We're living in these times where the cost of living is very high. And she's not understanding you when you say that. She's not understanding you. And she's not meeting you. And she don't believe in the 50-50 compatibility, 50-50 thing. Run for the hills, because if you cannot ignore these signs, because why is it that every time you take her out, when you come back home, you're broke every single time? It's not enough.
That's a liability. That's not an asset.
Exactly. Hello.
Love. Hello. Came back from church, right, today.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what my pastor said?
Yeah.
He said, love gives and lust takes.
Did you hear what I said?
Ooh. loves gives. Yes.
I'll say it again. Well, I'll say something different. That makes a lot of sense.
It does, yeah.
Because love is selfless, but lust is selfish.
Yes.
So that there are many things that fit into that pocket. Okay. I feel that at some point we may have to do a 50-50 episode and really kind of break this down.
Yes.
You know?
Okay.
But I'm trying to think if we've ever did a topic like that. I don't know, but I don't know. I guess we'll get to that someday. But
yeah.
I want to ask you something, Zacchaeus.
Go ahead.
Because some stuff got revealed in the comments. The women on that show, do you think any of them is married or no?
I'm gonna just jump. No, I'm gonna just say this: none of them are married.
Facts.
And I won't be surprised if they're not even seeing anybody.
You know, I don't think a lot of women understand when they get on these podcasts and talk like that. They give up their they telling themselves, you know? And what happens is when men see that, they're like, you know what? I'm not gonna marry her. Now, I'll just, use her for play.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna marry her. Remember, we talked about this all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
Like, and a lot of times, ladies such as that confuse it and they think, oh, well, I got men lined up. Yeah, lined up to stick you.
Yep. Hello.
That's not a flex. Zacchaeus, let's get to the main topic of the show. This is gonna be good.
Reese, you deal with a lot of grief. Like I think about, are you really, 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 have you really taken the time to deal with all of that grief? Or do you just try to stay busy to avoid it?
Okay. Zacchaeus, you there?
I'm here, right here.
Okay,
Yeah.
That was a terrible technical difficulty. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. I'm going to play the clip again, okay?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Yep, play it again. I want to hear it. Yeah, man.
All right.
Bring it out again.
Reese, you deal with a lot of grief. Like I think about, Brother Paul Walker, and I think time to deal with all of
Paul Walker.
that grief. Or do you just try to stay busy to avoid it?
I'm doing the best I can with every 24 hours I get. It's you. Black men cry.
That's right.
I'm doing the best I can. Beautiful Pain, 1992. There is no square footage I could ever live in. There is NIMS, jury, worth. No press release. There's no co-star collateral could ever replace my mama. I could ever fee and something for the rest of your life. And it goes away.
You're making me cry.
No tissue.
Man, you US, man.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Do you understand where it is and letting it go?
Yeah. Okay. Watching you.
You asked me the question.
I did, but I mean, I'm getting you.
You should have never asked the question. To the radio.
Absolutely.
But this is what being grown
Thank
is.
you, brother.
I'm not doing this.
I need one. My makeup gonna mess up.
Hear me.
My concealer
Hear me.
today.
When divorces happen, women aren't the only one that are devastated. When a marriage happens, women are not the only one that you should be checking on. When you can't put food on the table because your goes down, stop calling, skipping over the man and just checking on the woman. This is real shit out here. I'm gonna wipe my own tears.
Messing up my makeup, Tyrese.
I love you, sis. When you do things from the heart, it affects hearts. That's what beautiful pain is.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all might outsell me the first week.
Okay. I think you get the gist of it. Zacchaeus, there was technical difficulties. Were you able to get all that?
Yeah, you know, he asked him about Paul Walker, right? And he just had to break down and talk about his own mom. Talk about it because Paul Walker is the actor that passed away in a car accident. He was the one of the stars of Fast and Furious stars. And then he talked about his own mama. I felt it because I cried too when my mother passed, you know. I felt it because I cried too. And it's hurtful. It's still pain me to this day. It's still a pain. It still hurts till this day that I won't be able to see her. And still hurting to this day. And I like what he said. When divorce happens, I love it when he said, when divorce happens, just don't only check on a woman, check on the man too. Because although we're not emotional as the woman, we still cry too. We still feel pain too. Now, some women might joke around with that and laugh and think it's a mockery and think, oh, yeah, I don't believe it. Yeah, you don't cry. Just go on and find another woman. You just go on and find another. Yeah, you don't cry, you don't hurt. You just go on and find a woman. That's what some women say. You go on and you just go on and find another woman. Yeah, you don't cry, hurt. No, it's a mistake to go on and find another woman because we still emotionally attached. Although women are more, say that women are more emotional than men. We have emotions too. We feel pain too. We go through some disappointments in our lives too. And when you get a divorce, when divorce happens, just don't check on a woman, check on the men too. Are you okay? A simple call. Are you all right? Are you okay? Yeah. Is it, I know you went going through a lot. Are you okay? Are you okay? Yeah. Because the thing is that everybody gathered around the woman when that happens, when situations like that happen, divorce. But they because they're thinking in their mind, in their head, and I got the men thinking too, oh, he'll be okay. He'll find himself another woman and it'll be okay. No. Because when a man loves, he falls in love, he falls in love. And when you break that excitement, that in love, when you break that, all of a sudden I was like, and you leave, and then the relationship is broken, and the heart is broken. You feel that now you feel that, okay, my other half has left me. Because I remember the time when I fell in love with you and I'm still in love with you, because we can't work things out together, all of a sudden now it's broken. She's in pain, she's hurt, but I'm also in pain. I'm also hurt too. So I feel Tyrese a whole lot with that. I feel Tyrese a whole lot with that, man. It's real, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Oh man.
There was a lot of grief. He said he lost his sisters. Like, there's so much going on, and he mentioned it all together. I think Charlamagne asking him that question really triggered it even more, because I don't think he was expecting that question.
Right.
He said, I'm doing the best that I can with any 24 hours that I can get. So I think, men, we all need a support system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm actually glad that he was able to talk about that. I think he helped people. I think a lot of times, it gets taken for granted that someone is sitting in it. But I think also for those who listen, that it helps people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, when you share. So, this is something that follows men a lot of times. The misconception is, well, they're a man, they could handle it.
Right.
We're human beings just like women.
Exactly. We hurt too.
We're not mindless robots.
Right.
And I'm not saying that our pain is greater than theirs or their pain is greater than ours. And yes, women should be checked on. But the point that Tyrese was making was both people were affected.
Right.
You know, so he's saying, hey, he said also when a miscarriage happens, the woman is not the only one who's devastated.
Right.
I like that he mentioned that too.
Right.
Especially if the man wanted the child.
Especially if you're looking forward to that child. Yeah, looking forward to having the baby, first baby. Yeah, it's
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't name this person, but somebody that I knew once upon a time told me that he went into a deep, dark depression when his lady had a miscarriage.
Wow.
Yeah. And he said that he felt like he was alone.
Yeah.
How about that? You're in a relationship with your lady, and she has a miscarriage, and it was both for your child. But in that relationship, at that time, you felt that you was the one that was alone.
Yeah, because they're busy comforting her. Because she's carrying the child. I
And
understand.
As he comfort her.
As he comfort her as well. Right.
He's saying that he never got comforted, even by his own woman.
Right.
In that situation, you comfort each other.
You comfort each other. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's Tyrese.
So
man.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I have something else to play that also kind of connects to that. This brother took a while to talk. You familiar with Tia Mowry's ex-husband, the actor Corey Harding?
Of course. Oh yeah, great actor. Yeah.
You've known before that Tia had pretty much really kind of made a mockery of her divorce. I mean, she went on shows talking about how she graduated from this marriage, how it was a success. If your marriage failed, that's not a success.
It's not a success. No.
And she had been getting on the internet doing videos about, I'm free and all of this, and just a lot of bragging while Corey was quiet. Until he was asked a question while promoting a film. So I want to play what he said. It connects with what Tyrese said. It really does. Mm-hmm. Watch this. Okay. Let's take a listen.
Because, it's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands. And, no one's there for you. And it's just like, when you're a man, especially a black man,
Tia Mowry will pay 0 in spousal and child support.
My bad, man.
Because, you know, it's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands. And, you know, no one's there for you. And it's just like, you know, when you're a man, especially a black man, they're like, oh, he's tough, he's strong. But you know, it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. You know, nobody see that. Yeah. Nobody see that. Yeah. You know, like, you live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people who know Corey Hardrick know that his kids and his family was everything to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm stronger than I thought I was. Yes. I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God, it's like, I'm here and I'm still going. Because, it's tough when it feels like you're going through something alone and no one understands. And, no one's there for you. And it's just like, strong, but it was a year and a half crying myself to sleep every night. Nobody see that. Yeah. Nobody see that. Yeah. You live 5 minutes away from your babies, you know what I'm saying? Because people who know Corey Hardrick know that his kids and his family was everything to him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm stronger than I thought I was. Yes. I'm really stronger. And that by the grace of God, it's like, I'm here and I'm still.
Yeah, see, Corey Hardrick, bold to say that. Yeah, he was very bold. Yeah, to say that.
I'm going to quote Tyrese because this makes sense. He just said it. When divorce happens, don't just check on the woman, check on the man. Zacchaeus, wasn't that a perfect example right there?
That's an excellent example. Excellent example because, and I admire Corey because it took a lot for him to come out and say that. It took a lot for him to come out and say that, and it took a lot because I'm gonna face it. Some people don't know how good they have it. They wake up one day. Like what Tia did. She wake up one day and said she don't want to be married no more. They don't know how good they have it. So I'm sure Corey was a decent man to her, raising the kids together. And all of a sudden she wake up one day and say, I want a divorce. I want to be free. Whatever that means. And Corey said it best. Through the grace of God. Yeah, and he cried. And I like what he said. He said he
cried every night.
Every night. But and I like what he said that men, they look at that, other people, they look at that, he's a man, he'll get over it. Don't worry, he'll get over it. Man up, he'll get over it. And like what some women say, and I say this again, some women always think because, he'll find another, he'll find another woman. He'll find another woman and he'll get over you in 2 days or 3 days. He'll find another woman, he'll get over it in 2 days or 3 days. But like we don't have emotions, like we don't have feelings, like we don't have like sensitivity.
Yeah.
So my thing is this. Just don't check on the woman to see if she's okay. Because Tia's, well, she's running her mouth and talking. Look, she's trying to live her best life.
Yeah. She's talking about how bad it is dating right now.
But you know what? That's karma. Because the thing is this.
Yep.
The grass is not always greener on the other side. Okay? It's not always greener on the other side. I'll get back in the dating game. Go right ahead and get in the dating game. Go right ahead. Because what you had at home was gems. And God has blessed you with somebody that, he's in Hollywood, he's an actor, but he's a gem. He's blessed you with somebody that's decent, trying to raise a family with you. And you know what you do? You throw it away. You throw it away. You say, God, what you give me, I don't need. Want to go out there in the world, start dating. Start going around, dating. And I bet you run back to Corey, try to beg beg his forgiveness, try to run back to him.
Did you hear what I said?
Because some people don't know how good they have it. Some people are blessed. But you know what they do? They take their blessings for granted. They take their blessings for granted. And that's what Tia is doing.
Yeah, because now she's trying to find that in someone else.
She's trying to search for that in someone else. What do you think you're going to find out there, Tia? What do you think you're going to find out there? What do you think you're going to find out there?
She's basically hurt herself in the market because she's not the same Tia in the beginning before the kids. She's the Tia of today. And she's also the same Tia that went on The Real and other shows and talked about how she's just new, like she's free. I finally got up out of that. And it's like, okay. But then when they ask you why you get a divorce, they ask you, did he beat on you? No. Did he cheat on you? No. Is he a good father? Yeah. And as a matter of fact, he was a good husband. So then why'd you leave that?
She don't even know.
And my thing is, let's say they were to get back together, right? Let's just say they were.
Okay.
She needs to go on an apology tour and go on a public one and go on those same shows and say, you know what? I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I made a mistake. He really ain't all that bad.
Nope. What do you think you're gonna find out there, Tia? You had somebody that was a helpmate. You had somebody that was riding with you, compatible with you. But you know what we do sometimes? We toss God's blessings aside, and we think we can get better. And God gives you free will. He gives us free will, and says, "Go ahead, go out there, like He told the prodigal son, go out there. If you think you can get better or do something great, go out there, and you'll find." You won't find nothing. You won't find no quality out there, because there's a lot of demons out there. Some that will just date you for your money. Some that will just use you for a moment, for a season, and just toss you aside. But yet, you had somebody that was willing to.
He was willing to fight it out and stick it out too. He did not want to get a divorce.
He didn't want to get a divorce. It was no reason. She had no good reason. Like you said, Fifth, she had no good reason why she wanted a divorce. She didn't
answer. So she didn't answer the top questions that would be asked of why you got a divorce. Yeah. You know, and the question was, okay, well then why? You know, and look, I don't know their marriage. I'm not in their marriage. That's their business. But here's the problem. It's your business until you telling everyone, and now you're making it everyone else's business now. That's a problem.
That's a problem.
And Corey stayed away from interviews for that reason. The reason why Corey answered that question then is because he kept getting bombarded, right? And he had to at least respond to some degree. You know, what do you do when you're in a boxing match and you keep getting punched in the corner? At some point, you're going to have to fight back. Otherwise, you're going to get knocked out.
Right.
That's all. That man didn't get on no show talking about, yeah, I graduated from my wife. My marriage was a success because I graduated from my wife. This isn't school. This is a life. This is God's covenant.
Right. I graduated from my marriage.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Zacchaeus, before we go, I got one more thing to play.
Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
This is going to actually really just cap it off into exactly what Tyrese was talking about. It's going to cap it off very lovely. It's pretty sad, though. Pretty sad. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. Oh shoot, huh?
You are not his father.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. We're gonna get there. Give me 1 second.
You.
Okay. It plays so fast that it doesn't catch it. Okay, you ready?
Ready. Mm-hmm.
You ready, Zacchaeus?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Are not his father. Sorry. Oh, dude. Oh, Ron, get her. Yeah, calm down, babe. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here. You are not his father. I'm sorry. Oh, dude. Oh, Ron, get her. Yeah, calm down, babe. It's okay. We're all here. We're all here. You.
That man is dying on the inside.
Yes.
And he got left. You see that?
Yeah. They didn't comfort him. They comforted her. I know she was
somebody in the comment section. Somebody in the comment section said, "Where's the hugs for bro?"
Right. Where's the hugs for bro? Yep. Yeah.
Somebody said, "What the heck is she crying for when she's the one who had sex with another man and tried to put the child off on a man and it wasn't his? What the heck is she crying for? Why?" Zacchaeus, this is the kind of stuff that actually makes me angry.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that makes me angry.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Because,
man.
lady, men, here's the thing with men. Men have to assume that when they procreate with a woman, that's his child.
Right.
Ladies know what they're doing. They know the window of time they're having sex with multiple men when a baby is being created. Okay? Men, we don't know that if it's behind our back.
Don't know.
But that woman knew that there was a chance that he wasn't the father.
That's why he cried.
And there was no grace for him. All the grace was for her.
Yes.
This lying, cheating woman. And if it wasn't for paternity court,
you wouldn't
was she wouldn't have known and probably willing to take it to the grave. Go ahead, Zacchaeus.
Do you know how much times that happened to men? How many times that happened to men? Numerous times.
The Maury Show taught us that.
Oh, yes. You think that child is yours. You raise that child with her. You think that child is, don't look like you, but you raised that child with her. You went through the stormy weather with her and the child. That child's practically, you're the dad. And all of a sudden now, you go on that paternity show. All of a sudden now, you find out that you're not the dad. She knows it. She knew exactly who she slept with. She knows exactly. I mean, unless she had multiple, sex with different men, but she knew who she had sex with, and now she's hysterically crying. But he feels pain too. Look at the pain on his face.
Zacchaeus, real quick. When it said you are not the father, the woman's reaction was OSHIT.
Yes.
Not I'm sorry.
Yep.
And now you on the floor shaking and sobbing.
Crying crocodile tears.
And the judge is saying, please get her. We're here for you, baby. We're here for you, baby.
Yeah, but what about the bro? What about the brother? What about the dude?
This man just found out the kid that he thought was his is not his.
Not his.
This
Yeah.
man's whole world just flipped upside down. A part of him died. A part of him died that day.
Yes, absolutely. 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 A part of him died that day. To find out that this whole entire time that child is not yours. That hurts. That hurts. That really hurts. And they consoling her, trying to console her, but nobody came to put his arm around the brother, say, I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, brother. She didn't even do it. She broke down and cried like she's going through that herself. And but not knowing that the brother's standing right there with 2 tears coming down his eyes. It goes to tell me that how our society thinks and where they go, how they think when it comes to men's emotions, and it just gets less attention. And that hurts. Yeah, the Maury Povich show taught us a lot about that. You are not the father. And you are a little Keyshawn, you are not the father.
Yeah.
Yeah. And oh man.
Tyrese was right. Black men do cry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna end the program. I'll let you get the last thoughts, man. I don't have anything to say.
Yes. I'm gonna say this. When it comes to going 50-50, that the Bible talks about being in unison, being in one flesh. And and the way how you connect that is through dating. You don't just start off with marriage and then that continues. That has to be a practice that you start off when you started dating. Now, when it comes to, that's one thing, but when it comes to men being hurt too, always running to the woman, asking her how she's doing. And I agree with Tyrese 100%. Yeah. We feel pain too. We hurt too. It's not just, oh, I'm going through divorce. Let's go comfort her. Gotta comfort the men too. Call them, how you doing? Say, how you feeling, bro? How is everything? And when it comes to paternity, and then they find out that's not the one that you had that she actually stepped out and she had an affair with somebody else all this time. So I mean, she had you fooled the whole time. She lied to you. That hurts. We don't know. Men don't know that. Oh well, that I had sex with this person. You had sex with that person, and all of a sudden now you're carrying that. You be believing that's your child, not knowing that she stepped out on you. That hurts.
He got his heart broken twice. He found out that he was played by his woman and that his child's not his. That's double grief.
You know what that does to some men? That shatters their whole world. You know what that does to them? It changes their character. Now, he's not going to trust women. That changes their character dynamics of how they feel and how they think about some women. That changes their whole character towards women. Yeah. Yeah, and they might damage his. So, yeah, man. So I just wanted to get that out. Enough said. Yeah.
Zacchaeus, man, where can he reach you, man?
At Zacchaeus Music on Instagram. Also, Wayne Backus Gospel on Instagram. Also, you can hit me up at Wayne Backus Zacchaeus on TikTok. Also on Facebook, Wayne Backus 167 on Facebook as well. Mm-hmm.
Y'all can get at me at the Fifth General, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. TikTok, Fifth General TV, YouTube, Fifth General TV. We'll see y'all next time. This was another good episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth. Peace and God bless you.